This worked out well. Actually, my sister-in-law, a couple of my sister-in-laws are on the Treasure right now. And so they usually take my mother-in-law to bowling. So my wife is taking my mother-in-law to bowling right now. So I'm home alone. Mallory's at cheer practice.
Okay.
So that's why I said we could go a little bit earlier because I'm just sitting here home alone. Didn't go out to eat tonight. I mobile ordered Qdoba. Took Riley in the back of my Jeep and busted through there and got a bowl and
nice.
Ready to rock. All right.
The sound is good.
It is.
Okay, great.
It is. Let's see. All right. I think we're good. Mute my phone. Oh, there goes the iPad. Got too many things that ding around here.
Oh yeah, I closed every other window that was open on the computer because if my husband texts me while we're doing this, it's just going to make an incredibly loud noise.
What's the thing? Like my wife, so I always put my phone on. I made like a focus on my iOS devices, right? That says recording podcast, so like it blocks everybody out. But my wife and Mallory have like the super breakthrough, just in case I get fire or something. So inevitably she'll text during a podcast. I'm like, and she'll be like, going to Target. Good.
Yeah, every once in a while.
I've only been doing the podcast for 18 years every Wednesday night at 6:00. We have fun at Target. Yeah. I need
every once in a while, listen to the podcast, you just hear the little chime.
Yes. Or it's my dad, like he has the magic bust through too. And he works in radio. I'm like, dude,
I'm on the air.
For real. And he's always on Facebook. And I'm like, dude, we're on Facebook right now. I know you're probably looking on do you not see me? Like, hello. Yeah, no, it's first world problems. I'm just like, come on now.
Right.
Hi, Dad. I bet he's watching. What's up? I don't know where he is. He was in Nashville last week. All right. So he's probably at home, like right over the hill, because he lives right over the hill from me.
Oh, great.
All right. Let's see here. So we're at 2767. Monday is not a holiday that I can think of. Nope. I think we're good. Okay. Here we go. So Liz is good, right?
Yeah.
All right. Let's have some fun. Love talking Disney Cruise Line.
Yeah.
So this was the Wish, right? 3-night had to be the Wish.
Yep.
Gotcha. All right.
Booked by you personally.
That's what I thought. I've been so busy lately. I can't even keep anything straight. I was like,
I can't imagine. I can't imagine how busy it must be.
It's crazy. Well, this past week's been working with people that had those adventure cruises canceled because it got pushed back by 3
Oh my God, I read about that. I said, oh boy. But usually Disney will also offer a 50%.
Yes, they got a future cruise credit and
and
the
refund.
Yes,
right?
yes. So you come out ahead. I mean, it's obviously a disappointment though, but
right. You have to change all your plans. So then that's the ship that's over in Asia.
Yes. So one of my guests pivoted to a cruise on the Disney Wonder out of New Zealand and used she had a placeholder, just used her placeholder for that. That cruise was it was really inexpensive actually for 2 people. Mm-hmm. And now she still has that future cruise credit for another cruise. So she came out smelling like a rose. I mean, obviously disappointed she didn't go on the adventure, but she will go on the adventure later. Yeah. So I'm like, it's good. She's going to get a little bonus out of it. So she was very flexible. I was happy. My guests are so kind, they were disappointed, but they didn't have any blame. So I was happy.
I know.
All right, here we go. We got the Wandering Andinos with us today. Love the Wish. Treasure took first place. I do love the Treasure, but it was because I was on it longer too. So, all right, here we go.
All right.
2767. Welcome to episode 2767 of the Be Our Guest Walt Disney World Trip Planning Podcast. I'm your host, Mike Rallman from BeOurGuestPodcast.com and one of the senior agents over at the Magic for Less Travel. Happy Monday to you. Hope you had a great weekend. Thanks for dropping in and starting yet another week with us here on the podcast. Glad to have you here. We're headed out to sea today. It's a Disney Cruise Line show, so hope you are ready for some relaxation, great dining, and the adventures that you get when you head to sea with Disney Cruise Line. Joining us, we're headed out to Rhode Island, the smallest state in our union. We have lots of listeners out that way, which I love. Liz, one of our great friends of the show, joining us today. Liz, how are things out east this time of the year?
Really beautiful right now. We're coming into the best time of year here, really, for most people. Autumn is the nicest time of year, best weather. We had a great summer though, so I can't complain. And we got to go on a cruise just last weekend.
Oh man, love it, love it. Scotty G approves of this show. He is cruise crazy, and can't blame him. So that's good stuff. Now let me ask you. I'm going to throw in a kind of a bonus question that I did ask a while back, and haven't asked for a little bit. You're part of the world. Like, what's something that you're not just Rhode Island, but maybe your community might be noted for, or something that's unique about your little corner of the world we could learn about today?
So in the town I live in, there's a nice area of the town called Watch Hill, and someone you may have heard of owns the most expensive private home in the state. She's called Taylor Swift.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. So she owns a big, beautiful mansion right on the Atlantic Ocean. And it's about in the off season, it's like a 5-minute drive from my house. But believe it or not, I have still never run into her. I don't know. Is she busy or what?
Well,
you know,
I will say she does spend a little bit of time in my state as well. I mean,
yeah,
she
I
hangs out,
know.
not on my side of the state, but I will be actually in Kansas City next weekend. But yeah, she tends to be here on Sundays every once in a while too.
Yeah.
It's the thing. I don't know. That's interesting. I see. I love that. You get to learn a little bit about different places around the world. All right,
it's kind of wild.
It's cool. I mean, sure, she probably has places everywhere.
I know she has multiple homes, all over the world probably, but good for her. But yeah, she's got a little gem right here for sure.
Oh, that's so cool. So tell us, you guys are DVC owners, I believe you said in the notes. So how did the Disney fandom start for you? Was it something as a kid, or was it later in life? Like, what's your backstory with the Disney fandom?
I would have to say I'm more of a Disney latecomer. We did watch on Sunday nights on ABC when we were kids. The Disney movies that were live action. I didn't grow up watching the animated movies at all. Like, I don't know really when the first time was that I watched Cinderella or Sleeping Beauty. I feel like that was probably more when we had our daughter, and she's 19 now. So definitely since she's been born. But then just a little bit before that, I would say probably around like that Little Mermaid, Lion King era of the early 90s. Is when that really did start kicking in for us. So definitely started off more with movies and that sort of thing. And then I didn't go to Disney World until I was, I think 19 or maybe 21. I honestly don't remember because I wasn't really Disney crazy. So just went down with friends. My now husband, we went together, and we just had a lot of fun. It was great. I mean, we stayed at like a $39 a night. I don't even know what hotel this was.
It's so funny. Like, that's like a value meal at this point.
and like 6 of us stayed in this room. And I do remember sleeping on the floor for part of the night.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then I was just like, can somebody move over? I need some bed space, please.
I remember those days back when I used to speed skate. We go to competitions. We'd be like, how many people can we fit into a room? And I also remember times where the proprietor would come and throw us right out of that room because you are over. Right. We watched so many people went into that room, and you're out of here. That actually can't say it happened in Independence.
Oh God, that's so funny.
Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. So all right. So yeah, and then just probably over the last let's see. First, we took our daughter first to Disney in 2009. She had just turned 3, and then we didn't go for a little bit. I'd say we started going like once a year after that, and and then it just turned into, this is where we really want a vacation all the time. And we started renting the points from DVC to stay at those resorts. And then you start thinking, well, should we just look into buying DVC? And honestly, that is just not a split-second decision. I think we thought about that and did the numbers, for like 3 or 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
And then finally met with somebody. Finally met with somebody.
Some people do just lay by the pool and buy a DVC contract. I mean,
right. Yeah, exactly. No, you kind of think about it and you think, is this the right time? Should we really do it? But it was just before Galaxy's Edge was going to open. Like that was going to open the next year. And I think that was really the final decision-making point of, once that opens, is that just going to make it impossible to get reservations where you want to stay? So, we met with a DVC sales rep, and he was just kind of like, yeah, you should probably seriously consider buying. You're coming often. We already had annual passes. We were all in.
Yep.
So we bought a contract at Copper Creek, which we love. And then in the subsequent years, we've bought at Riviera, Old Key West, and Animal Kingdom. So so we have a nice little pool of points to pull from, and lets us indulge our addiction.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is called add-on-itis.
Yeah, it really was. But I've definitely resisted. When the Polynesian Island Tower opened, I'm like, we don't need any more points.
But is it ever a need? It's a want.
Yeah.
That's okay. You're speaking to the crowd that empowers everybody over in the clubhouse and everywhere else in our audience. So
right, exactly. You get me. You get me.
Everybody's listening today is like just nodding, like, yes, buy the Polynesian points. It's not our money. Go for it. Just think everybody's like, just think all the Dole Whips you could eat out on the lanai. It's all good.
I know.
Ride the monorail all day. Okay, so. I love this. I love these stories. My daughter is about the same age as you, and we probably have many similar stories. But let's get into what we're going to talk about today so we can make sure we have time to cover it. You were celebrating your 25th wedding anniversary. So you wanted to do something different, something special, because obviously milestone celebration. So tell us about what we're going to talk about today, this Disney vacation.
Okay. Yeah. About a year ago, I think I reached out to you and I said, I'd like to book a cruise on the Wish. Our anniversary is September 9th, and there happened to be a 3-night cruise sailing just before that. We actually got off on the 8th, but that's okay. With Disney, you can tell them it's your birthday in January, even if it's in November.
Exactly.
So you celebrate when you can. But yeah, it was really extremely close to the actual date. And we had taken a cruise for our honeymoon, not a Disney cruise, but a Royal Caribbean cruise on a ship that doesn't even exist anymore. I don't know whatever happened to it. I could probably find out, but I haven't researched it. But it was out of New York and went to Bermuda. And when we were at that port, we were right next to the Pacific Princess, which I know you love, the Love Boat.
I do. I mean, I just picture, and I know they weren't on there, but I just picture Captain Steubing there, at the helm, and Isaac and Gopher on the deck, and Julie with the footboard.
Yes.
I mean, how it had to have been. Come on.
I was just gonna say Isaac was on the pool deck with his little bar,
exactly, doing the double shot, thing with his fingers.
Yes.
I love Isaac, man. He is the best. And I don't know if you know this, like once a year, the surviving cast, they do like a reunion cruise.
I know they do.
The princess, and I have almost booked that thing so many times. But I'm like, sometimes I say, don't meet your heroes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love these people, and I would love, Isaac, I think is my favorite. Like, I would just love to just go up to him one time and just say, I love you, man. I like, you are perfect. Like, I don't know. Like, I've almost booked that so many times. And I mean,
that
I know
would make his day.
Oh, would love that. Maybe. I don't know. Or would I be a stalker? I'm a 51-year-old dude from Missouri. Like, it'd be so weird that I love this guy so much. But the thing is, it's limited shelf life.
Right.
Like, I can't put this off forever if I'm going to do it. But when you said that, I'm like, oh, I know that isn't exactly how it worked, but in my mind's eye, I just want to pretend.
Yes.
Like that's what it was.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
It's funny though, because we did our honeymoon on Royal Caribbean as well.
Nice.
now we sell a lot of Disney Cruise Line, and a lot of we're celebrating our 20th anniversary come up this June, which is a kind of confusing for us because we were trying to do something cool too. But then Mallory graduates high school; she wants to do a vacation, so her daughter's probably always going to win. So we'll probably just do what she wants.
Or just wait till September, take a cruise then, and just say this is for our 20th. Yeah.
If we won't have any money left because we're paying for college, so we'll just be eternally broke.
Right.
Just being a parent, that's how it is. Maybe by 25th we might have a little money. Who knows? Possibly, probably not with Mallory because she just continually finds ways to break us. Cheerleading has just put us in debt for the rest of our lives, I think. And she'll, college will just keep us in that hole. Anyway, so let's go back to you, the happier times. Celebrating 25 years. That's awesome. So you're, instead of you're going back to what you did on your honeymoon, but going with that Disney cruise line. So you just want to do a 3-night. So is that kind of because you just want to get a taste of it, or was it because of scheduling and you wanted to go on the Wish? Like what made you land on that? Was it just the timing kind of thing?
So the timing was very good. My husband and I own our own business. We're in the printing business. So it's a small business, and we're, for lack of a better term, pretty essential to the functioning of it.
I can't vacation much either. I
can't really be like off the grid. Yes. We can go to Disney World. We can go to Orlando for 6-7 days, and obviously we can work for an hour in the morning, take a lunch break, check in, do things at night very easily. You're connected all the time. Out to sea, you have to be prepared to disconnect, and then just let things happen. And then you can, when you can reconnect, you can deal with whatever might have happened in your absence. But so the 3-night, I thought that would be good. And it was also basically over Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night. Can people take a little break?
You cross your fingers
for the weekend.
Exactly. Doesn't always happen that way, but you wish.
Right. So I try to will it to happen now.
Same. And I'm always like, it's the weekend. It's a holiday weekend. Like nobody can have anything come up. I say that here comes a hurricane or something.
Exactly. Yeah. This is where like everything happens. But no, that all turned out fine. But that was in my mind, like, probably shouldn't be out to sea too long or in another country, go to the Bahamas for that. And let's just do that. But in doing that, since we were only doing the 3-night, I thought maybe we'll stay concierge level.
I like it. Yeah.
So, and there happened to still be, I guess, I don't know if there was more than one cabin still available, but there was one. So I took it, and I don't regret that choice at all. I know there's a lot of talk about, first time on a Disney cruise. Should you or shouldn't you do the concierge level? And I would say, given our circumstances, that it was just my husband and me. We didn't have any young children with us. But we did see a lot of kids in the lounge.
Yeah, you do see.
But I get the feeling that maybe that wasn't their first cruise too. So
I always when I see them wandering around that, I've never sailed concierge. Let me just say this, but I see them going in that area, like because I've stayed like that level where the lounge is, like on that deck, and sometimes you see them, like I was on the Magic, and you can see them from the pool. Yeah. And it seems like the kids are pretty comfortable. So, going down the lounge and stuff. So I'm like, this isn't their first rodeo.
Right. And I just figured, and I also just figured, I'm sorry.
No, I'm saying like the staff and the whole, like, it's like, this is their second home. They feel comfortable. So like, I think they've done this before.
Oh yeah. They get into it right away.
Yeah.
So, one really nice thing about it was, just the exclusivity of it. Obviously it's only available to people staying in that class of rooms. But we did the math, and if the ship is full, there could be upwards of almost 300 people using that lounge area. So I was like, I don't know if the ship is sold out or what. I do believe all the rooms were sold out, but it was not at like capacity, so look, our room could technically hold 5 people, and it was just the 2 of us. So So that was pretty good. I mean, there were times where we went in there or went to the sun deck in that lounge, and there were maybe 2 or 3 other people there.
Yeah.
So that was really, really nice because I didn't want to be just, thrown into 2,000 people on a sun deck. I didn't feel like that was going to be particularly relaxing. So that was another reason to go with the concierge.
Well, it's a spoil, it's your 25th anniversary. It's a 3-night cruise. I mean, the circumstances were right for something like this. I will be interesting to hear what you say, though, if you do sail again and you don't sell concierge and you have like the comparison to see, because obviously I've never sailed concierge. I've toured it, like I've got to do a couple of tours with Disney Cruise Line. I've toured all the suites and stuff on the Treasure and, other things like during COVID when they did the restart, they toured us through everything. And it's amazing. Like I would love to do it, but I'm just super tight. I mean, I got to admit it. Like I just am, and like I try to talk my wife into an inside stateroom. She's like, "No way, sucker! You're getting a veranda." And I'm like, "Okay, you in? We're going cruising." But it would be fun to see because I like, as long as I'm on a ship, I'm happy. I could stay inside. I'm fine. But I love the splurge. I think the time was right. Like it's a 3-night cruise. It's a first taste of it, but you're celebrating something special. So let's kind of take a step back though and tell me, like, upon your arrival to the ship and like walking into the grand lobby, and because you're Disney fans, but you didn't have a lot of experience with Disney Cruise Line. What was your first impressions of the Disney Cruise Line experience, like arrival and getting to know the ship?
Sure. Yeah. So I'll even go back just even a little bit before that. Because we did do the transfer from the boardwalk to the port, and that couldn't have gone smoother. That was so carefree and easy. They just take care of the whole thing. You just show up where you're supposed to be when you're supposed to be there. We flew in the day before from Rhode Island. I don't know how anybody flies in and goes right to the ship. There would be
don't even put that in the universe. We all fly the day before.
No, you have to fly the day before. Bite the bullet, get down there so you are there that day. Absolutely. Well, also because I don't know if this would happen regardless, but I think so. I mean, everybody that was on that bus was not staying concierge as far as I know. So, if you're staying on Disney property, you can get this transfer. But we got picked up at 10 a.m. and the ride to the port is only about an hour. And that's pretty much when you can, start checking in. So we met at the Bellevue Lounge. The rep from the cruise line was there to meet everybody. She gave everybody a cool magnet that was one of the cruise line buses.
Nice.
Yeah, it was really nice. Nice to just get like a little something, And then she just said, so we went down there at 9, and then she just said, okay, everybody be back here at 9:45. We all walk down together to the bus area, which there at the boardwalk, they take you down toward the convention center, which is, super short walk. If it was raining, though, I don't know if maybe they would change it to, the regular lobby pickup area, because that's the walkway to the convention center is not covered. But we had a beautiful day, so no issue. We boarded. We departed within a few minutes, and then within about an hour, we were at the port, and they let us all out. We had already checked our luggage with them. It's all tagged. You check in, you do go through security. My husband's bag got flagged because he had his key fob for his truck in his bag. And he's like, I don't know even why I have this, because he has like a keypad on his car door, on his truck door. He's like, I never bring this. Why do I have this? I'm like, this is stressing me out. I got to get onto this boat.
I wouldn't even know that was like a object that would get tagged. Like I don't
know either. I think they were maybe training some people at that checkpoint at that x-ray thing, and the guy was just kind of like, oh, let me take you over here. And
I get nailed for anything. I'm like, dude, I just like pretty much at this point I just give up. Like they're gonna just pull me over. Like,
right, here's my bag.
Exactly.
Just turn it inside out. You can check it all out.
Exactly.
Right. So then we get into the really the check-in area. And for concierge, they will just guide you into your own lane. Super nice cast member, checks your IDs and gives you a little gold sticker
Yes.
to signify the concierge level.
Always wanted a
so
sticker.
that you can, kind of proceed before you actually get your room keys and stuff. But they corral you into this area at the port. Okay, I thought we got there super early. It already had like 150 people in it. And we only stood there for maybe 30 seconds. And then they took us onto the ship. So I was like, oh, this is perfect timing. This is great. I heard you recently saying that you and Scotty went way too early recently.
We're the first people there because we got private transfers and we love like cruising. So we thought if we got there like at 9:30 or something, like the ship would leave like we got there. I don't know. We're idiots. Like we sit outside. We could have helped clean the ship for the flip over. We were there so stinking early. We were waiting outside they hadn't even brought out the signs to like right on like the arrival time, like for like 10 o'clock port arrival time, 10:15, 10:30, 10. We were out like 45 minutes before they even brought out the stands to put those things on. We were dumb.
A little early.
Yes, we're super early. Well, concierge. So everybody wants to get there early, right? Scott and I 100% agree on this. There's no better morning than the morning you're getting on a cruise ship.
Oh man, true.
So
it just feels so great. There was so much excitement in anticipating this cruise. It was just great. So we get let in. We were boarding group 1.
No,
so there weren't a ton of people on the ship yet, but they do the thing where they ask your name and they welcome you aboard the ship, they announce you and such. So for concierge, they just funnel you right into 1923 for lunch. I guess if you were more experienced, you could just be like, I'm just gonna go to Marceline Market or whatever you want to do. But it's like, no, I'm doing this full experience. I've never done any of it. We're just going, we're going to go with the flow.
That was
went in. Yeah. So we go in. We had a very nice lunch, full like 3-course lunch plus dessert. So I'm just like, I got to pace myself here.
That's true. You gotta be careful. Yeah, because you might want to get like a ice cream cone up at the top. It's gonna be on at that point. Yes.
Oh God, and we hadn't even been to the concierge lounge yet, which
I didn't think about that. Dangerous.
Unbelievable, right? Yeah. So then by the time we were done with lunch, our room was ready. Your rooms are ready at 12:30 when you stay concierge. So a little bit earlier than the general population there. We were up on the 13th floor and the room was just wonderful. It's that whole deal with that split bathroom, a ton of storage space. You definitely could take, and I'm sure they have done 7-night cruises on the Wish. Did they do that initially? Maybe.
No, I don't think they have yet, but they've will.
Never done them. Okay. There's plenty of room though, because it's the same ship as the Treasure, right? So tons of closet space, draw space. The under the bed space. So awesome. Great little balcony. Very happy with the room. That room actually has a king size bed in it. And I don't know if all the concierge rooms do, but personally a queen size would have been fine because then, it does take up that much more room in the room. You got to just kind of walk around the foot of the bed to get to the other side of the room, but small, insignificant thing there. But it was a super nice room. And I was just like, all right, let's go hit that lounge. I gotta see what's going on up there. And being on deck 13, we actually were on the deck that the sun deck is on. So technically we would go downstairs to the concierge lounge. But the whole trip I kept saying, let's go up to the lounge. I was just like, we're going down to the lounge. Like,
where you're going. Going on up. It's like a little
right. I'm going on up.
Exactly. For some of us of our generation.
I was moving on up.
Exactly.
Yeah. So then we popped into there. We got to meet all the cast members in there, and man, I can't say enough about those people. They are just the height of hospitality. There were times where I'd be getting, something to eat or drink, and one of them would offer to just carry it all to the, area we were sitting at. And like, all right, yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Nice.
yeah, 3 days, man. Let's live like a king and queen for 3 days. That's
Right.
how I would look at it. Yeah.
Yeah. And they do have their own bar in there. It's an open bar situation from 5 to 10 at night. Earlier part of the day, it is a cash bar, so to speak. We get charged to your room. They were definitely doing something exploratory on our particular sailing. Whenever you would go up to ask for a beverage, they would ask for your room number. So they were definitely getting some statistics on how much do these people imbibe during this trip.
That's super interesting. I feel like,
yeah,
I feel seen. I feel a little bit seen here. Like, why are we keeping tabulations on this, people?
Yeah. And it turns out on Sunday when we were talking with some of the cast members up there, they did say our group was definitely more present at that bar.
I was gonna say at the last day or last night of the cruise, I'll say,
no, overall,
did I win?
So throughout the whole sailing, we were hitting, collectively, that group was hitting that bar because they said the sailing before that, really not much, into the drinking part of it, I guess. And then one of the bartenders actually said the way our group was, and it was a great group of people. We made some great friends on this trip. Just the way it was, they said, we get a crew like this about 5 times a year, where we're all social, we're all interacting with each other. Where are you from? What do you do? And then just hanging out. What are you doing today? What are you doing after? We were on this cruise with several people from England. And those people were staying like 17 more days after we got back to Disney.
Oh, yeah, they just stay forever.
Yeah, we get those awesome packages for the UK. So I've just been living vicariously from them. They're still there.
Yeah, I mean,
I've been home for a week and a half. They're still there. So yeah, so it was just a fun group of people. It was fantastic food. So I'll just tell you too, in the Concierge Lounge, there's food all day long. There's cold things, there's dessert things, but for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So basically the whole day long from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. There's a menu of hot food that they will get for you. And that's all included with that Concierge.
I'd be in such a pickle though with that, because the food around the ship is so good. Like the Concierge food I've heard is amazing. So I would just be like, I'd be torn, but I guess if I was staying Concierge, that for that particular cruise, I'd probably almost eat exclusively out of the Concierge Lounge, because that's what you're there for.
So speaking of that would be one reason to do this after you've done a couple of sailings, at least the regular way, where you don't go to every sit down dinner. You just stay up in the lounge, or you don't go to Marceline Market if you don't want to, or you don't go to Palo.
Did you guys, because we'll get to that, but I mean, did you guys real quick, did you hit Palo?
We did. Okay. We got to go to brunch at Palo. I think they only did it on the Saturday of the cruise, the first day. I don't think they were doing it on Sunday as well. Sunday was the Castaway Cay day.
Yeah, they usually just do it they do the brunch usually one day. Usually it's a C day if it's a 4-day cruise, where there's a C day, but if not, it's one of the days. But yeah. But oh my gosh, like I so want to enjoy that. But again, I keep saying that, but I'm like, we'll see. I've had the opportunity, but it's like, we'll do it sometime. Maybe I'll surprise my wife. That'd be
it's right. It's a splurge for sure, because you're already paying, whatever it is you're paying. So, but we said no, we're doing it, and it was fantastic. Everything was excellent. So, it would be hard to say that anything else that we had during the cruise to eat matched Palo.
Let's talk about it. Let's jump into that while you're there, because to me, and I've said this many, many times on the cruise, Palo brunch is the best meal I have each year, throughout the year, every year. just for the variety of food, the quality of food. Just it's my jam. I love the eggs Benedict. I love the chicken parm. Just the service, the beauty.
Mhm.
It's got it all. And I'm not super fancy. Like that is my level of maximum fancy is Palo.
Yeah.
Like I don't think I need to go to Remy. I don't think I need to go to Ashante. I think I'd be a little bit. I think that, and it's great for everybody else. Like Scott loves that. He went to.
Mhm.
He just got off the Dream and he went to Remy and he said he was in there for 4 hours. I'm like, "Dog." I'm like, I don't think I could do that. Like, like, Paulo is that. See, I think you just lost me. Like, I know, like, he loved it. Like, he had a great time. Like, it's great. I'm just like,
Yeah.
man, okay, Paulo's good. Like,
Yeah.
you tapped out. You tapped out on me. So, what did you think of that dining experience? Because again, high level, not the highest level, because again, you do have Ashante on
Mm.
on the Wish, but
Yeah.
Paulo is it's just amazing to me.
Yeah, it was fantastic. We had a great server. We had a nice view. We were seated right at one of the windows, and we were at Nassau that day. And we happened to be seated. I mean, we went at like 9:30. So as we were finishing up, there was a celebrity cruise ship pulling in to dock, but it didn't fully, block the view where we were seated. But it was cool to watch that come in. I
I
mean,
love that.
it's pretty impressive feat to be able to pilot that thing in. So yeah, the food was wonderful. I got the chicken parm.
So good. I could go. Give me a
My
couple of those
husband,
right
yeah,
now.
yeah, I got the chicken parm. What else? I got the regular eggs Benedict.
You got the all-star menu right here. That's
Yeah.
exactly what I get.
Yeah, and I know you love seafood. Have you ever gotten the seafood antipasti
Yes.
instead of like
I've
the
had
meat?
that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh
I have,
yeah.
I've had just about everything there at this
Yeah.
point. 'Cause we have that every time we sail. I've
Yeah.
done, I think, 19 sailings, and
Yeah.
we've had all the pizzas. We've had, I mean, because usually it's a big group of us that go together and we just order like just everything and
Just
stuff.
order everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that pizza was fantastic. I also got some mushroom ravioli that was on the entree list too. That everything was excellent. Just top notch. It really fulfilled every expectation. So yeah, I definitely recommend it at least once.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's a little upcharged, but man, it is so like it's the best value in the history of the world. Like it is just,
Yeah.
man, it's like $50. Do it.
Right. Yes. Right. Absolutely worth it, I would say.
So, well,
Go ahead.
let me ask you this. I want to make sure we get like all the things. We got a lot. And I
Yeah.
want to make sure we squeeze in all these things. So, did
Yeah.
you hit any of the other main rotation dining rooms?
We did all the rotationals.
You did them all? Okay. Well, because you got brunch there. Okay. So,
Right. So
you
yeah.
jumped in 1923 for that initial lunch.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. What was your favorite? I just want to know this because I'm always curious, like, what was your favorite of the dining rotation, especially as a first timer? Which one?
This might be surprising. It was the Marvel meal.
Really? See, now
Yes.
that's the one most people don't like the most. That's
I
fine.
know. And I'm going to tell you, you always say, you're not a fancy guy, whatever, but I like to eat and I like to go out to nice places when we can. And, if you're going to eat something, make it be something really good. Right.
Yeah.
So of course, my lowest expectation was for the Marvel night.
Well, that's probably our fault.
Yeah. Everybody's just like, Marvel. And so many people are just like, I'm not even into the Marvel movies. I've seen many of them, but not all of them. There's like 30 movies or something, right? But it was so good. There was an angel hair and scallop dish that was outstanding. Yeah, everything I had there that night was really, really good. There's a gnocchi dish on that menu, and that was great. Yeah, everything was so good there. Surprisingly, my least favorite was 1923.
Oof.
So yeah, I think they were having an off night. We had the early seating, the 5:45. I'm not eating at 8:15. I know you said to me, I'm 50. I'm not eating that late at night.
I can't either. I'm half asleep.
If I ate that late at night, I would have to stay up until 3 or 4 a.m.
Well,
Uh,
here's my thing. I'm a veteran cruiser, right? Okay, I've cruised many times, and being a veteran cruiser, one of the best things to do on a cruise is to get a late night ice cream cone and a late night slab of a piece of pizza before bed. Now, if you're
yeah,
eating at 8:15, like if you sit down for dinner
it
at
happens.
8:15, you're not even eating really till 9 o'clock, and like
I
you're
know.
finishing at 10 o'clock with and you always get a dessert with your meal.
Right.
So forget the pizza, like going up and getting an ice cream cone, and you
No,
don't
it's
want a
not
piece of
happening.
pizza then. You just finish dinner. So like that's
Right.
why I advocate for early dinner, so that way you
Yeah.
have a little space.
Yeah,
It's
yeah. I don't want to focus too much on the bad parts, but yeah, that 1923, they were definitely having an off night. I'm just gonna say that because when you take a cruise, you expect to at least on one meal get a fillet, right? A fillet of beef. So they had the fillet on that menu, and my husband got the rack of lamb or the lamb chops, whatever they were. Those were melt in your mouth, perfect. My fillet was overcooked and somehow also a little raw in the middle,
mm,
like frozen in the middle or something. I
ooh,
don't know. It was messed up. And I've actually seen other people's, meals from not from that night, but of that cruise. And the vegetables were different from what I was served too. And I was like, I don't know what happened that night, but it wasn't good.
tough night in the
But
kitchen.
luckily, that was the second night. The first night we went to Arendelle, and I have to say that was a very close second for an excellent meal. That was really, really good. And the show that they put on there is a lot of fun. So I think those are just great, entertaining, but all very different dining experiences. So you get characters at Arendelle, you get a little bit more of a understated elegance thing going on at 1923, and some people get a really good meal.
Yeah, well, to be honest, I've had a good meal at 1923, and it
Yeah,
does
no, I'm
depend on the
glad.
night. I mean, it's totally like it's a
Oh, I know, and
yeah,
I
but
actually, I will admit, I did ask to return that steak and give them another shot. Like, could you just bring out another one? Like, it's not cooked to how I wanted it cooked. And when they did, that one was somehow like they just were not firing those steaks that night. Something
hmm,
was really bad. And then they brought me out some lamb. By that time, like dinner was practically over. It's just like, no, it's okay. And I really was feeling badly because, of course, you have the same servers at every restaurant each night. And we had a wonderful waitress server. Her name is Grace, and she's from South Africa, and she was fantastic. And I just wanted to let her know, like throughout that whole thing, like this has nothing to do with you. I know it doesn't. I know, the kitchen is just having a bad night. We have eaten out at a lot of restaurants in our time. Like it happens. I'm not upset. Everything's fine. Like don't fawn over me. Don't worry about it. I can go get ice cream.
exactly. That's one good thing is like you could always go grab, especially on the
Right.
Wish, because you can go get some other stuff up at Festival of Foods when it opens. I
Sure.
wish it was open
Yeah.
longer though. That's my biggest beef about that place. Like it's
That
almost
does really shut down early. I think that shuts down at like 8 or
yeah,
8:30.
it's so
It's
good. It should be
crazy.
open till like midnight. Like it should be open
Yeah.
from like lunch to midnight.
Right. And
Salisbury.
then the Castaway Cay day, which was Sunday, the last day of the cruise. We got off the ship, and my plan had been, like I said before, we we live like a mile from the Atlantic Ocean, and we actually have real beaches here with sand.
Mhm.
So I can go to the beach 365 days of the year if I want to, winter, summer, spring, fall. But I'm not really a beach person, ironically. So I was just like, we'll definitely get off. I want to go see the gift shops and, just check it out. So we got off pretty early. We ended up staying out there for maybe 2.5 hours. It was great. We talked to a lot of people. We went to the Serenity Bay. We went to the main part with the family beach, checked out all the gift shops, bought a couple of souvenirs, rode the tram.
Yes.
But It was blazing hot that day. I will say that. It was really humid. So the people doing that 5K,
Trust
we'd
me,
see them running down that.
I'm on the 5K every time I go to that island. I'm telling you, there's no hot until you run through that jungle back in there. And there's a loop where you run through all the trees. Oh, it is.
Oh, that's worse than the runway, than the concrete runway.
Well, yeah, because you go back on this loop that's in like it's on the asphalt, but you're going through all these trees, and there's because it kills any kind of breeze because there's nothing back there. Oh, it's stifling.
That's a special kind of torture.
It is. It's like, boy, I paid thousands of dollars for this. What am I doing?
Do this?
Everybody else is out there drinking, margaritas, and here I am.
Yep, that's right.
Running on.
So then we went back on the ship because I was like, I also wasn't thinking that we would eat at cookies. I was like, I want to go back on the ship.
Don't disparage my cookies.
I know.
Okay, be careful because that's sacred ground for me. I love cookies.
So next time we will eat at cookies because I found out later that the one at the Serenity Bay has like ribs.
Yeah, they do have upgraded food for the adults down there. Because
I was like, I don't want this.
They have steaks
I don't want a hamburger out of a chafing dish. I'm going back up to the cruise ship.
I see. I love that kind of stuff. Like,
yeah, I know. It's all part of it.
It is like that's my picnic day.
Right.
And that's kind of my jam. I get the ribs, I get a burger, I get the corn on the cob, I get some slaw. But I mean that's I'll do Mike in the Midwest. I mean that's my jam. Like that. So, chips, boom, we're good.
Yeah. So that really was our only opportunity though to go to Marceline Market for lunch. So we went there for breakfast, and then we went there for lunch once each, and that is a fantastic. I mean, it's a buffet, but I mean, they serve you. So like you don't just like scoop and run. Everything on there was excellent. But man, by that point in the cruise, like how much can I stuff into my stuff?
I hear you. Like if 7-night cruises, man, it's just like, you're just,
I know.
I love it. Cause the food is so good. It's so hard to stop. But by the end, you're just like, I can't do this.
But you could pace yourself a little bit. On the 3-nighter, you're just like, you got to go. You got to go now. You got to do this all right now. It's here.
It is true.
You're not going to be on the ship tomorrow.
It's like, boom. It's so fast. You're exactly right. Let me ask you about, because we have about 10 minutes left. I want to make sure we get a couple of things in.
Sure.
What about did you see any of the big productions in Walt Disney Theater? And I want to ask about some of the smaller events around the ship. If you guys got to do any the trivias or the tastings or, any of the small, because I like the small events too. So we just think about entertainment overall.
Oh yeah, I know. We could probably do like a 3-part. Okay. So we did go see the Little Mermaid show. That was phenomenal. Because you're concierge, we get led into the theater like 40 or 45 minutes before the show and before they open the doors for the rest of the ship. So
we get popcorn and stuff when you go in. Exactly. On the Magic, we were doing trivia. We saw them going in through OVO, and they're
secret door.
Exactly. I'm like, James, like, where are those people going? Like, they're going to the show.
Not for you, people. Yeah. So, they give you popcorn and water if you want, and then you go and choose your seat anywhere you want to sit. And we went with some friends that we had met on the ship, and they said, they had come to the show the night before and realized that this is the best place to sit. We sat in the front row. So it was great. And the level of talent in that show, that was the only one we saw. We didn't see the Aladdin show, which was apparently also unbelievably good. The vocal performances, I have to say the young woman who played Ariel definitely rivals, if not better than Jodie Benson. I mean, who's the original Little Mermaid. The original Little Mermaid.
Exactly. So, that's kind of pretty good because that's her.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it, and it's all live. I mean, you can't beat that live. Performances.
And
is
remember,
so great.
It's on a moving cruise ship that sometimes is bobbing and weaving all over the place. And they're dancing, and sometimes they're swinging on ropes. And
I know, and they're moving props around, and they're big prop. Yeah, it was amazing. So that was wonderful. I'm so glad we went to see it. We didn't do any trivia. We did stop in Keg and Compass at one point, but on the ship, everything isn't just open all the time. Things are just when they are. So we didn't happen to go there during anything that was, actually happening. We did do a wine tasting in Nightingales, and that was fantastic. We got to try 3 whites and 3 reds, and I would say there were 20 or 25 people in the tasting. And the sommelier was a woman named Eka, and she was just incredibly informative. She said there's only 5 of them on the ship, and that is compared to like 450 people who work in the dining, venues. There's all of 5 people who are like wine experts on the ship. So she chose her favorite things, and they were all very high potency.
I think they do that on purpose to get bigger tips.
Yeah.
They give me a tasting every time.
Yeah, I will definitely do it again. I will definitely do the wine tasting again. So I love that. Let's see, what else did we do? It was also, I didn't even mention this, it was Halloween on the high seas.
Oh, nice.
So, the characters were in costume a lot, and there was trick-or-treating. We did not participate in any of that stuff, but we would walk around.
Lines, so did you see the lines? Because some people talk about the lines being super long. Did you happen to? Were you up there? Did you see that? Like, I mean, we're just, like in the area, but I've seen like the lines can get a little bit long for that. Did you happen to be like in that area at that time?
Near that main atrium is where they did most of that, and there were some pretty long lines. Now they may have moved quickly, but we weren't going for autographs or anything like that, so it was fine. One day, actually, up in the lounge at the concierge lounge, Pluto did come visit us. So we had pictures of Pluto, which is great, and I'm a dog person, so that was perfect. Yep. And the other thing we did, there's a DVC area on the ship. I'm sure it's on every ship.
Yep.
So we would stop there each day. If you're DVC members, make sure you do that. Because they give you a little gift every day.
I go to Scott every time he gets his hat and his whatever his thing.
We got a great lanyard. Some really nice little things. And again, it's just those like, just the little nice things to top it off, right? Actually, when we first got to our room, I forgot this. There was a magnet on our door that said "Welcome home," DVC member. And I mentioned that when we went down to talk to the woman at the DVC, and she said, "Oh, good, you got your magnet." And I was like, "Oh, you put that there?" Like, nice. Thanks. It was awesome.
Because they have to do that on all like 13 decks of that ship, because not all the DVC members are on the same deck. Because trust me, I've had to do that for fish extenders. It's a lot.
Yeah, right. And we did ask her how many people like on a cruise any given time are also DVC members, and she said it was actually a pretty high number. I thought she said something like 15% or something. I think that's really high.
I would say Disney Cruise Line guests are hardcore Disney fans, and so subset of them, Disney Vacation Club members. Yeah, probably math.
It's a good crossover. Yeah,
it probably does. Now let me. Sure. So you got so much in 3 nights on this quick Bahamian cruise. Let me ask you this. So you got dining, you got to do Palo, you got to do the rotational dining, you got to have an awesome concierge stateroom. Anything? I mean, you got to celebrate 25 years. What about real quick? Because I'm always curious. You got the bag over your shoulder. Any cool merch? You guys? I mean, I like shopping on the ship.
I got a really great little coffee mug. That's Disney Cruise Line coffee mug. It has Chip and Dale on it.
Oh, nice.
So, and I technically got that for our daughter. I did get a T-shirt, some magnets and pins and stuff like that. So, yeah, as much as I say, even when we go to Disney, we're like, oh, this trip, if I see something I want, I'm getting it, and then I come back with like almost nothing, because I guess I'm just kind of particular about like, I don't really need that, or whatever. If there's a really great shirt, I'll get it, but just something little. I don't need a ton of junk.
That's my wife's exactly the same way. Like she doesn't get any, like she like is very minimalist. Like that's why I have all this stuff here, because
That's all of it.
Closes the door to the studio, so she
Yeah.
never sees this room in our house. It's in the bottom corner of the basement, so it's like
Yeah.
isolated from her. She never sees this room, and this is her worst nightmare because the rest of the house is like, total minimalist. She does
Yeah.
not like junk or anything like this. This just would give her hives. But I like little stuff. Like I like, I get a magnet every time, and little trinkets, and Scott's
Yeah.
got popcorn buckets. But yeah, it's always fun to have mementos.
Right.
Remember things.
Yeah, I have one popcorn bucket. I have that Mr. Toad bucket that they had. Yeah. The little car.
Yeah, he's sitting right over. You can't see him, he's right there, but yeah, he's over that shoulder. Yeah,
I was so excited.
Adventureland.
Right. Like it has to be something that is just like I have to have that. And I was so excited the day that I saw it because I was told that they were sold out.
Yes.
And then they had some by Dumbo in Magic Kingdom. So I was like, oh, I bought it. I'm wearing it.
I was the same way. I thought they were going to go away. They had them for like 5 years after that. Like, because I bought mine off a popcorn cart in Adventureland across from the Tiki room. I was like, that thing's been there for like 3 more years. Wow.
Right. They're everywhere. They're everywhere now. They pretended that they were sold out.
Exactly. Brings me joy. Well, I mean, so let me ask this as we wrap, because we're running short on time, but like, you guys have plans for another Disney cruise? And if so, like what is, and I appreciate your husband, Bruce. He's been joining us here in the chat.
Yeah.
Shout out, Bruce. I love that. Got the name of a shark. Speaking of a cruise.
Yes. That's right.
Bruce. But what have you guys talked about what you might want to do next as far as cruising?
So I did do 2 placeholders.
Always the way to do
before we got off the ship. Yeah, they know how to just keep you coming back, basically. Yes, so we'll be working together on something. I am thinking about a different ship. I would love to go on a different ship, even though the Wish was awesome. But it'd be nice to do like the San Juan to Cape Canaveral. I think that sounds nice because it's 4 or 5 nights. And that feels like you could really relax a little bit more, obviously see another show or two. And just take a little bit more time and relax. So I'm not sure. You do have to do this, I think, within 2 years of doing the placeholder to get the discount. Maybe next summer, but maybe not until the one after. So I'm sure our daughter will go on that one with us and probably a friend or whatever. So
take advantage. I mean,
yeah.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You don't have to, you did 2 people. It doesn't mean you have to do 2 people on the next one.
Right. But it also probably will not be concierge for everybody.
No, it does, and that's fine because not every, it's like, I was just talking to our next door neighbor they I don't even know what their deal is next door. Like they have some place in Florida and they're letting somebody else live in their house next door, like a daughter or something or a niece. Mm-hmm. And they had the big truck loaded up. They're driving to Florida yesterday and they're like, oh, we're going to take our grandkids to Disney. That, oh, you're the guy. So I'm trying to explain something to them real fast because I'm on hold with Disney on my AirPods. Anyway, I'm trying to tell them, just, make sure you get a package and, everything stays refundable. Well, this and that. And I'm like, oh, gosh, I'm on hold if they answer, but take the trip, always take the trip and get people when you can. If you can take that cruise with your daughter, do it because you're never going to regret that. And you have the placeholder. That's the time. In 2 years, I like that they give you 2 years because 2 years gives you ample time to kind of see where life's going to take you, see where the itineraries are, see what the ships are going to be about. Where, in my best advice, just, is somebody that would talk to you about this. I would look at a different class of ship just to have a little variety, not the Treasure of the Destiny, even though they're both great ships because you've been on that class, just to have a little variety. Maybe look at the Dream or the Fantasy or even the Magic or the Wonder, just to get a little bit of a different taste of how the ships are laid out and different, dining spot, not the dining spots, but also lounges and stuff like that and offerings.
Sure. Absolutely. I'm down with that for sure. I would love to see a different ship. And one of the smaller ones, I'm sure would be fantastic. Scotty G raves about them all the time.
Everybody's got their favorites, and like I really like the Treasure. I really like the Fantasy. I really like the Magic. And they're all 3 different classes. Scott's favorite's the Dream. So he's going on the Treasure this summer. That's what I love about it. Everybody's got their favorites. And, a lot of, there's only 3 different really kind of bones, right? But it's just the theming, and I like Oak Hills. That's my favorite kind of pub place, just because it's like a little Irish bar, and I don't even drink beer. I just like that it's dark and it's green
Yeah,
and it's got a vibe, and I don't know, but everybody's just got what they like. So I
for
just
sure.
get that variety in there. So that's what I would say. Give it a shot.
Yeah.
But wherever you go, you're gonna have a good time. And I'm
Yeah.
so jealous that you live like a mile from the beach. Oh, you're killing me with that.
Hey,
That's
if
awesome.
you ever come out to Rhode Island, you absolutely should come here. I'll show you around,
I,
and we'll go to the
hey,
beach
I have friends all over that area, so yeah, we'll have to make it happen. So
for
I
sure.
appreciate the time, Liz, and
Oh, thank
congratulations,
you.
congratulations to you and Bruce on 25 years.
Thanks so much, Mike. It was great talking with you. This is a lot of fun. I'll just get, next cruise, I'll definitely do another one. This is great.
All right, don't
All
forget.
right.
Thanks for the
All
show.
right.
All right,
Thank
don't
you.
forget today's episode is brought to you by the Magic for Less Travel. We'd love to help you plan your next Disney adventure, whether it's to Walt Disney World, Disneyland, even sailing with Disney Cruise Line. Just come by the website this week over at themagicforless.com. Please also use our Amazon affiliate link when you shop online. That one extra click supports everything we do throughout the year. It's beourguestpodcast.com/Amazon. And thank you to our Patreon supporters. You guys make the show possible. Could not do this without your support. You can support the show for just $5 a month. And for that, you get a bonus show called Mike in the Midwest every week. Come on over this week. We'd sure love to have you at patreon.com/Be Our Guest Podcast. You can give me a follow on the social media at Be Our Guest Mike. That would be on x.com, Instagram, and Threads. And we'll have a live call-in show this Sunday night. Scotty G will join me. We'll open up the phones and take your calls. That'll be at 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Central. 5 places you can tune in. That's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, and I'm missing one. I can't remember. You know where they are. It's one of the places. You got it. You guys know it's 5 of them. Same places every time. And the final place where you need to be, though, it's free for everybody. It's our Clubhouse. It's our Discord server. It's like the old IRC chat days, or kind of like an old message board. It's where we all just hang out. Over 1,500 listeners of the show, hanging out, talking Disney, talking sports, talking life. We have a great time over there, and we're waiting for you to join us right now. So come on over. It's beourguestpodcast.com/clubhouse. We'll see you there today. All right. So for Liz out in Rhode Island near the ocean, I'm Mike here in Missouri, nowhere near the ocean, but very close to the Missouri River. Hope you guys have a great week and a happy Monday. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you real soon. Yeah, the Missouri River is not really as exciting as the ocean, but I'm really close to it. I'm like right down from it, but yeah, it's just brown and
That's
gross.
what I was thinking. I actually might have been thinking about the Mississippi, but are you near that too, or no?
I'm by
Yeah,
both.
and
But I'm
they're
close
both
to
kind of
Missouri.
brown.
Yeah, oh yeah, they're beautiful. Yeah, they're both big
Don't
brown.
go in them.
Yeah, you wouldn't go in either. 100%. Yeah, I mean, if I got into Missouri, like within 10 minutes, I'd be in the Mississippi, because like the confluence is right where I live. So
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's
thank
great.
you, Bruce. Look at this, man. Look at Bruce he's the man.
Oh yeah.
I love that. My wife wouldn't even watch the show. Look at that. Bruce is watching. I've done 2,800 shows. My wife won't even watch. Like, she's like, go do that. She's like, I get an hour off every Wednesday night. You don't have to listen to you like go boo boo boo, because now I'll go upstairs and she'll be like, oh my gosh, here he goes talking again. Boo, 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 boo. She's like, go talk to your computer.
Yep.
Talk your Disney friend. Like,
Yeah.
I will. I like that. It makes me happy. Well,
Nice.
Liz, I appreciate it and hope you enjoy the show on Monday. And you need anything, just give me a yell.
Oh, I will. I'll be in touch soon for sure. And yeah, hopefully that made a good show. I hope so.
Everyone's gonna love it. Everyone's gonna love it.
Babble.
All right, it was a good show. All right, I'll see you, Bruce. See you guys. Bye.
All right. Bye, Mike.